One of the things that I'm grateful for in my life is the people around me. I love listening to their stories and I love telling their stories to others. Stories that inspire me and I hope can inspire others too. So I thought, why not I provide an avenue for them to share their stories, and in a way I share them with you directly. And this is how this idea came about. So today I present to you the first episode of the series Humans of My Life, which features the people in my life, mostly friends and probably one day family. In today's episode, I had a chat with my friend from Toastmasters, Miro. Miro has helped people during lockdown in Malaysia because of COVID-19, and her story inspired me. She shared through her Instagram posts and stories, and today she'll be telling you how that idea came about and how she started helping her father. So without further ado, let's listen to my interview with Miro. Episode 1, Humans of My Life, Chat with Miro. Hello, beautiful people. This is the first episode of the series Humans of My Life. And today, I have my friend. We're going to have a laid back chat, just get to know Miro and see if we can learn something and if Miro can inspire us today. For your information, Miro, her full name, Miro Shah Somasum. I forgot
Somasundram.
Miro Shah
It's very long, it's okay.
Miro Shah Somasundram is a chartered accounting student who was in audit, but she took a career turn into innovation and operations. She has been a Toastmaster for over 7 years now. And Toastmaster is how I met Miro. And we became a division director that lead a whole division at the same time. That's how we became close in Toastmasters. Okay, Miro, my first question for you tonight is maybe you'd like to introduce yourself more to people who are watching.
Sure. Hi, everyone. And thank you, Afzan, for having me here tonight. Introducing myself, I guess you have done it already. There's nothing much more to say. I think when you ask me questions, then I'll have more to say. But if I look extremely happy tonight and extremely chill, like I'm not wearing a blazer and it's amazing because we are not division directors anymore. So you don't have to be so formal and I can wear a t-shirt and be more chill, don't have to be so formal. Yeah, so that's about it. It's day 2 of being an ordinary Toastmaster and it feels amazing. Back to you, Afzan.
It's amazing how happy someone can be with not having to wear blazer, right? But that's the truth. That's the truth. Okay, Miro, my second question. What excites you? What makes you excited?
What makes me excited? I think meeting up with friends excites me because I love meeting up with people. I love people. Of course, once in a while we need a break, but most of the time, meeting people or like family gatherings with the nice aunties lah, nice relatives lah, or anything that has to do with meeting up with my loved ones, I get excited. If there's one thing that you ask me, then it's that lah. Yeah.
Do you identify as an extrovert? Because of that, what do you think?
I was thinking that I'm an ambivert. Like I switch between introvert, extrovert kan. Tapi during MCO, I realized I'm an extrovert because I was dying the first few weeks. I was like, let me out, Then after that, like I got used to it, and now I think the adaptability kind of changed. Like kalau I nak keluar, I boleh keluar. Kalau I nak duduk kat rumah, boleh. So I've become better at being alone and doing things on my own. Like I said, meeting people excites me, right? So during MCO, tak boleh jumpa mana-mana pun. So I guess now I am both. I can actually adapt quickly, which is good. MCO helped us do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Many people has realized strengths about themselves because of MCO.
Yeah. What about you? Are you an extrovert or
I
introvert?
identify
Ambivert?
as introvert, so I was very
Okay.
happy during the period of MCO.
Kalau extend, you're like, yes.
Okay, Miro, my next question is, what inspires you?
Stories. I think stories inspire me a lot. When I get to know people, when I talk to them, I love hearing stories from them. And when they ask me questions, I love sharing my stories. Because through stories, you actually realize that people have gone through so many different things. Tough things, of course, will inspire you, but also miraculous things like healing from an illness or so on, where you're just like, wow. And if people can go through this, then we can go through anything, kind of thing, and those things actually really inspire me. I love all those stories where they start off with like all these trials and tribulations lah, failure lah, this and that, and then suddenly in the end, they find a way and they persevere and things turn out fine, kan. Those things really inspire me. I love those things.
Yeah, same, me too. And it's one of
Mm.
the main motivation for me to start this kind of thing, because I want to hear your stories.
Oh, okay.
And
Quite a
and
lot. You just
and hearing stories is one thing. Now getting it documented is what I'm trying to do. Because sometimes it's amazing what we can learn from our friends as we become closer, right? When they unfold more and more stories. Now,
Yes,
as a
true.
person with your strengths, your experience, your knowledge, how do you think you can benefit others?
This one, will it be like too arrogant if someone answers this question? Benefit others, I have no idea, because when you say knowledge, I don't think, I'm being very frank here, I don't think I have enough knowledge to say that I can share it with other people, because there is a whole lot more out there that we don't know. What we don't know is one thing. What we don't know is another thing. There's so much more, right?
Oh, that's so
But
philosophical.
I think, but I feel like how I could benefit, how I could actually help people out is, basically, most of the time when I give trainings to people, it always surrounds around communication, and dealing with tough people, or giving humorous speeches. Like, I like helping people build their self-esteem. I love doing that. That's why, even during uni days, I always go give training and speeches on self-esteem. Because growing up, I had very low self-esteem. Now also sometimes here and there, and when you look in the mirror, you're like, oh God. But some days you're like, oh yeah, okay, I look better today. So I feel like young people, youth, because of social media, they find it very hard to feel good about themselves because everybody else looks better on social media. So I think one way I like helping people is by just sharing stories and also helping people build their self-esteem. I like doing that. Yeah.
I noticed during the MCO period, you are helping. You have your own thing. Your father started it, right? Can you tell us more
The
about that?
initiative.
Yeah, that's very
Okay.
inspiring.
Thank you. Actually, the root of this was my dad, because he has been leading, and he has been a national coordinator for migrant workers for over 10, 15 years now,
I see.
in the Malaysian Trade Union Congress. So he personally deals with the migrant workers in Malaysia, no matter what country they're from, Indonesia, ke, Nepal, ke, Bangladesh, ke, anywhere. So suddenly during the first few weeks of MCO, this was final week of March. MCO started 18 March, kan? So this was around 2nd or 3rd of April, where he kept getting calls from workers saying that their employers are not giving them salary, and the employers just disappeared because their business is not doing well. And these workers are the type Bukan macam most of us where we go to work or not, we get our monthly salary.
Yeah.
But these workers are like, kalau you masuk one day je, you boleh dapat salary. So
Daily
it's
wages.
like, they don't go means they don't get, and they don't get to eat, kan? And you know, they have families back home. So my dad was like, oh my God, we need to go and help these people. Then he went and gave food for this small group, and then we realized that a lot more people started calling because they go and tell their friend, the friend tell another friend. And then we realized, okay, we need to do something on a larger scale. But then my dad didn't have any young people to help out because he has a lot of contact, great
He has the network,
but
but the
then
energy.
yeah, and that time it was a very high risk period. So of course you wouldn't want anyone 50 plus or 60 plus going out there and doing this. So he was like, we need the younger ones. So Mirosha, can you come in? So I came in to lead the volunteers. So I took charge of looking for volunteers, and cleaning up the data of all these workers who they submit online, but some of them don't know how to spell where they live, don't know how to don't know how to put in their passport number properly. If you want to verify, you know. So we had two teams. One is to distribute groceries, which got sponsorship from International Labour Organization. Another one is to clean the data to check whether their address memang boleh cari ke tak on Google Map, so that the distributors can go and look for their houses easily. This went on for about 1 to 2 months, and it's still ongoing. Most of them went back to work already, but some still belum. So it's still ongoing, and I'm still helping my dad out here and there. But it was a very eye-opening experience, to see how happy they were to get that rice packet. And we are here looking at people stocking up for 1-2 weeks on vegetables and toilet paper. And then you see these guys, they don't even have food for them to get 1 meal per day also was a big deal for them. And it also ate into Ramadan time. You know, and these guys are fasting. So it was very touching, heartbreaking at the same time. It was a very good experience for me and the volunteers. Yeah.
Wow, you're so organized. I'm amazed that you even have teams to like clean up the data.
Oh, we had to. First day, of course, not. First day, a lot of us were lost. 1 minute I was in Subang, another minute Shalam, another minute Rawang, you know. First 2 days was really messed up. Then only we realized, wait a minute. I think they split it according to lokasi. So one volunteer takes one location. Much easier to go place to place. So we learn through mistakes. So every day kita kena evolve lah. Yeah.
That's a good experience. That's a valuable experience.
Very, yeah.
All right, Miro Shah. Miro, what's your ambition from now? Do you have any ambitions?
Oh my God, so many things. How long is this interview? Okay. I think the closest ambition is actually, as you mentioned, I'm a chartered accounting student. So why I actually help people to build their self-esteem is because I have not been doing so well in the past 2 years. So I had multiple years of failures in my papers, because chartered accounting was never really my turf, but I'm the type I want to finish what I started. So that's why I'm still in it, because I'm a people person, and accountants are not really generally people based, So but since I started it, I was like, okay, I'll finish it. And I've not done it, and I'm actually in my 10th year now pursuing it. So I started it once I left I finished SPM, and I'm still there. I took my breaks. Some semesters I didn't make it, I failed. Some semesters I couldn't take the pressure, I deferred. And then in between I had because of the failure, I had anxieties, because I had fear of exams. So kalau I sit with my friends and I'm studying, I can help them answer questions. But I'm also exam hall je, I don't know where the knowledge goes,
I see.
So currently my ambition is to really just finish it off. It's supposed to be this year, hopefully.
All the
then
best.
later on, thank you. Once I finish it, I hope to do a lot more social service. I think that is my ambition for now, especially after this recent initiative, the one with the grocery distribution. I've realized that there is a lot more to give in this world. We just have to look for the resources and then look for the people who need it, and be the mediators. So I hope to go into that further.
And actually, there are many people who are looking for
someone who can do it for them, right? Means they want to contribute the money, they want to
Yes.
contribute the
Yeah.
materials, but they cannot, they can't afford to like spend their time and energy to be there. Of course, some people have family and all, right, and they're working. So
Even during this initiative, people were like, Miro, I wish I could help, but I can't.
yeah.
I've been looking for people to donate to, but I didn't know where to go.
Mhm.
So when they saw this initiative, a lot of people came forward to donate. So it's not that there's no money in this world. It's not that there's no help. It's just some people, they want to help, but they don't have the avenue.
Yeah.
So when you actually give the platform
Yeah.
for these workers, there's actually always good humans that want to help lah.
Yeah. True.
Yeah.
And it is during these trying times that we can really see the good in people, right? The humanity, our faith in humanity comes back every time there's crisis anywhere.
I think COVID really did help us with that.
Yeah. And thank God Malaysia has we are almost recovered, right?
I really hope so. I can see, I feel it. Hopefully soon, we can all travel up and down.
The statistics is looking good.
Yes.
But we don't know how.
Then maybe I'll get to see you face to face, like really in reality.
And I get to eat your curry. Every time you upload a photo,
I remember
I'm
I
dying.
told you, right?
I'm dying.
I remember telling you I'll cook for you. Yes. Please come.
Looking forward to that. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, actually that's the end of my series of questions, Miro. So I
Okay,
let
nice.
you say some final words to the people who's gonna watch or listen to this. Do you have any
final words? Firstly, I definitely want to thank you, Afzan, for doing this. I love how, because I remember you telling me, hey, like let's chit chat over a talk, but I never really asked you what's the purpose, like what is this for, and I really love how you said the purpose is actually to share stories, and I really look forward to your next talks in this series. I'm so honored that I'm the first one. I didn't know until you told me that.
It's less nervous when a Toastmaster is next to you.
True, maybe. But you never know, you talk to someone else and you realize there's a Toastmaster in them also.
Yeah.
We'll see. I really look forward to your future sessions, and I look forward to the stories being shared by people, because like we mentioned, the inspiration comes from there. And I really appreciate you taking your time to ask me these questions as well, and also listening to my answers. Most important, that part.
I was looking forward to your answers. Thank you for being with me tonight, Miro.